Well, howdy, Crossroads, and happy Monday. It's the beginning of a brand new week. I'm 25 News Now Sunrise meteorologist Parker Cox, taking a little gander at what you could expect for the forecast on your marvelous Monday, but also for the first week of summer. That's right, that's the first week of summer. Yesterday, Sunday, June 1st, was the first day of meteorological summer, but it was also the first day of hurricane season, so we're going to take a gander at the tropics later. But first things first, we're going to start out with the heat because we got to let y'all know about that so you're aware, because heat is the number one weather-related death out there if you didn't know that. Temperatures by noontime on your Monday, looking at about 90 degrees, I'm thinking for most of us. But in the afternoon, we'll heat up a little bit more down to, or up to the low 90s for most of us. Thinking about 93 for the high in Victoria, actually. 94 I'm thinking in Cuero, and about 90 I'm thinking today in Port Lavaca. Western counties might hit the mid-90s for highs. Before overnight tonight, we'll pick up a little bit of partly cloudy skies before the sunshine commences today. That'll keep our lows tonight in the mid and upper 70s, and tomorrow we'll look at temperatures relatively the same as today. But in the background today, we are going to have a little bit of moderate humidity, bringing heat indices as high as 100 to 105, so make sure that we're please staying hydrated. But do that all the way into the weekend, y'all, and do that into next week as well, because high pressure is going to be the driving force for the heat for the next several days and all the way into next week, because it will be building. Here it is right there. You can see over South Texas and going into West Texas. Here's Monday. Building over South Texas and all over Mexico as well. That will be building the heat, probably heating us up to the upper 90s for highs next week, possibly for some, maybe even hundreds. But if you'll notice, at the end of this loop, over here in the Atlantic, there's another circle right there. That is what's called a subtropical high pressure system, which is something that normally forms in the mid to late summertime. Something that usually stirs up the tropics. So we got to look at the tropics. Now, with that's going on, right now nothing is happening out there. That's good news. But zooming in on the Gulf, there is one computer model that suggests something tropical will form late next week, which is why I have a very, very, very low 5% confidence for some kind of tropical spin up in this yellow shaded area between June 10th to the 14th. But I have a very low confidence because, like I said, only one computer model, that's the GFS American Computer Model, showing something forming next week off of these thunderstorms that are expected to form over the Western Caribbean and possibly turn into a tropical system. But until we have more details on that, and until we have more details on the heat, make sure to tune in to 25 News Now at 5, 6, 9, and 10 on your Monday. And if you want to tune in with me, tune in to Sunrise on 5 to 7 a.m. on your Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. And until I see y'all tomorrow, Tuesday, y'all have a marvelous rest of your Monday.